So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I would do a full face of drugstore makeup. So let's go to the drugstore and see what's new. So I picked up a ton of items at the drugstore. Let's start with a base. So I picked up the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. It actually goes on really smoothly. I'm just going to put it all over my face. From e.l.f. Cosmetics, I've got the Halo Glow Liquid Filter for Radiant Skin. So this is supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I'm going to put it on my cheeks to highlight them, a little down my nose, and on the top part of my forehead, and a little on my chin. Just gonna pat it into my skin. I'm gonna wear the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Wear Foundation. I take my foundation brush and just pat it into the skin. So if you're someone who works in an office, this foundation looks amazing under fluorescent lights. For my contour, I'm gonna use the NYX Wonder Stick. I'm in the shade Light Medium. I'm just gonna blend it in. Over top of my contour stick, I'm going to apply the L'Oreal Glam Bronzer in the shade Light Medium. This does go on really smoothly. It provides really good coverage and really good pigment. This is from Milani. This is their Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush, shade 140 Rose Romance. I'm going to use my finger and apply it to my cheek. And that is some pigment. Holy cow. Look at that pigment. For concealer, I bought the Revlon Colorstay Skin Awaken Caffeine Plus Vitamin C 24-Hour 5-in-1 Concealer. I'm in the shade Light Medium. Put some under my under eye. I'm going to conceal around my nose area, a little on my chin, and a little on my forehead. I picked up the CoverGirl Clean Color Palette. I bought the shade Dreamy Pink. So for my first shade, I'm going to take the second one from the left, and I'm going to use it to build out my shape. Next color from the left, and I'm going to use it to build out my outer corner. I'm going to use a little angled brush, dip into that darker color, draw some eyeliner on my bottom lashes. I'm going to take a little blending brush, and I'm going to go back into that second color, and then I'm just going to use it to blend out my bottom lashes. I'm going to take my NYX contour highlighter stick, use the highlighter portion, apply it to my inner third of my eye, just blend it out. So then I'm going to take the first shimmer shade, just going to take some on my finger. I'm going to pat it over the highlighter stick. Go into that shimmery shade, and I'm just going to apply it in the inner corner of my eye. Next, I've got the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara in black. This is the CoverGirl Clean Invisible Loose Powder. This is shade 110 Translucent Light. I'm going to cut out my cheek area, my chin area, a little bit around my nose, just a little bit on my forehead. So this is from NYX. This is in their Barbie collection, the Epic Ink Liner in black. To line my lips, I've got the Rimmel Lasting Finish Lip Liner in the shade Pink Candy. I chose the Revlon Colorstay Ultimate Suede, is in the shade Socialite. Laura Geller Gilded Honey Highlighter. So I'm just going to use my finger and I'm just going to apply it to the apples of my cheeks, a little bit down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my Cupid's bow. I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution's Ceramide Fix Fixing Spray and use it to set my makeup. This is what my makeup looks like after I'm all done. So I'm going to start with the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. Really did like this. I feel like it did smooth out my skin and it's not emphasizing any of the pores in this area. So this is supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Filter. I've been using this for years. This one you can wear on your skin without any makeup and your skin does look like it has a filter on it. It does give a little bit of a luminosity to the skin. It does offer a little bit of a filter, but to be a dupe from the Charlotte Tilbury, I don't think so. In fact, the texture of the Charlotte Tilbury one is thicker than the e.l.f. version. This was a little bit more watery. Save up your pennies and buy the Charlotte Tilbury one if you really want a good filtered look on your skin, and I would skip the e.l.f. one. I wear a lot of contour sticks. This is as good as any of the high-end ones that I have. It's a really good formula. It goes on really smooth. So I bought the shade Light Medium and it's on the cooler side, which is perfect for me. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want anything too warm. If you're in the market for a contour stick from the drugstore, I would highly recommend the NYX Wonder Stick. Not only do you get a contour stick on one side, but you also get a highlighter stick on the other side, which is a really nice formula. I did use the highlighter stick to apply it to my eyelid before I put on my shimmery shade, which is a really nice trick to enhance any shimmer that you may have. I would highly recommend the NYX Wonder Stick. I absolutely love this foundation. I've been using it for years. It is one of the best foundations on the market. This is in my top 5 of all times. It'll make your skin look flawless. It won't accentuate any fine lines and wrinkles. It'll just even out the skin tone and give you a really good base to apply your makeup on. And it will last for 24 hours. I've even slept in this and then woken up the next day, smeared off my mascara, and gone out. My skin looked amazing. Highly recommend the L'Oreal 24-Hour Wear Infallible Foundation. It went on super smooth. It made my skin look nice and bronzy. It isn't muddy, so it actually gives a nice true color of a bronze look. I really do like this product. I would highly recommend the L'Oreal Glam Bronzer. This really is a great product. I am blown away at how great it looked and how well it applied. It's super smooth, it has a suede-like texture, and it just glided over my skin. And I have this really nice rosy glow to my skin. I'd actually say it's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Blush Wand. They have very similar consistencies. They both have really great pigment. They both glide across the skin super smooth, but this is a third of the price. So I'm definitely going to go back and I'm going to buy some more of these in another color. So if you're looking for a nice liquid blush at the drugstore, try the Milani cheek blushes. I picked light medium. I really think the shade matched really well. It applied super smooth. It blended out really nicely under my under eye area. There isn't any creasing or any bunching up around my fine lines and wrinkles. It covered up my acne scars that I have on my chin area, and it just added a nice little highlight around my forehead. And I do feel like it's added some luminosity on my under eye area. A sponge applicator is convenient, however, I personally don't really like them. In case you have a breakout on your face, you're going to transfer that bacteria to your sponge, and if you don't clean it, the next time you use it, that bacteria will still be there. I would recommend squeeze some out, then dab it on the back of your hand, and take a concealer brush, dab it in the product, and then use that to apply it onto your skin. So I really did like the L'Oreal 5-in-1 Concealer. I love the color tones that are in the palette. They glided on super easily, super smooth. There was no patchiness, there was no skipping. The pigment is fantastic. Didn't put that much on, but you can definitely see the color payoff is amazing. And the shimmer is super pretty. I really think these are a dupe for the Tartelette and Bloom palette, those 3 shades on the bottom. There's other color palettes at the drugstore as well. I think I'm actually going to go back and get a few more because these have amazing pigment and just went on super smooth. They're super pretty. For a drugstore eyeshadow palette, this is quite impressive. This is actually a really good mascara. The wand is pretty crazy actually. Only one side of it has bristles. The other side is all flat. So I really like the mascara. I think it went on super smooth. It didn't pull or tug at any of my eyelashes. And it's made my eyelashes look fuller and thicker. It's definitely brought them up, and I have a lot more definition in my eye area, and it's a really nice shade of black. So if you're looking for a good mascara at the drugstore, try the Telescopic Lift. This was actually really nice as well. It has a really nice smooth roll to it. The line is a good size for an eyeliner pen. The black is super black. It did say that it's waterproof, and it did dry really quickly, so there's no transfer. And it just glided on under my eyelashes. I love how lining the under part of my lashes just makes my eyelashes look a lot fuller. And it's part of the Barbie collection, which is kind of cool. It is really hard to find a good setting powder at the drugstore. I do buy more high-end powders because usually they're milled a little bit finer, and the powder just feels silky soft and it blends into your skin really well. So this powder is finely milled. It has a really soft, silky texture to it. It did set my makeup where I applied it. For a drugstore powder, it was actually pretty good. So this highlighter's been around for a long time. It is a beautiful shade of light gold that will look great on any skin tone. It didn't emphasize any texture that I have there. It added some nice highlight down my nose and on my cupid's bow. It's not too obnoxious. It's not overwhelming. Like, my skin doesn't look wet. It just looks like I've got a nice glow to my skin. If you're looking for a nice light gold highlighter at the drugstore, check out the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. I buy all my lip liners from the drugstore. They are really good quality. I actually watched a video done by Marlena Stell, who was the owner of Makeup Geek, and she says that all lip liners are made at the same manufacturing plant. So whether you're buying a high-end one at Marc Jacobs or you're buying something from the drugstore, it is still the same quality. The only difference with buying high-end lip liners is maybe the color selection. Like, maybe there's a brand that has a color that you can't find in the drugstore, but realistically, all lip liners are made at the same manufacturing plant. They're all of the same quality. So the Rimmel one went on super smooth, glided really nicely. I really like the color of the pink candy and went really well with the lipstick that I chose. I would just save your money and start buying your lip liners at the drugstore. This is a beautiful lipstick. There were a ton of shades to pick from. I picked the shade Socialite, which is a really pretty pink for summer. It went on super smooth, super easy. There was no tugging of my lips. The color payoff is really nice. I really like that it's compactable. You could easily put this in a tiny little purse if you were going out, or even put it in your pant pocket. This is a really nice lipstick. So the last thing I bought was the setting spray from Makeup Revolutions. So I picked the Ceramide Fix. It's a really nice setting spray. It did have a nice mister, so it went on really fine onto the skin. It's sealed in my makeup, so I can trust that the rest of the day it's going to stay on. I will say it did have a bit of a fragrance when I sprayed it, but overall I really like how it set my makeup. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.